Hello, guys. So today we're going to talk about is solitude the way to spiritual awakening? So first of all, we have to understand what awakening really means. So awakening means somebody or something which is not sleeping or awake. If we are already awake, then why is it called spiritual awakening? Right? So you see, when you observe this world is more than what these two eyes can observe and experience, more than what we experience than when we think we are awake. We're still in a sleeping phase, if you see it in a spiritual way, and slowly waking up, slowly realizing things as you move on. If you can resonate with me, then thank you. So it's called awakening because the world is more than what we think it is when we are awake. Okay, listen to it again if you want to. So like dogs see, observes, or they experience the world in a different way. Bees, they experience the world in different ways. Snakes and different animals and insects, they all experience the world in a different way. Now, which is real? Just because we are human and we see these trees doesn't mean it's real. They are ghosts. We can experience it, but we cannot see. Why? Because there are so many things in this world which exist, which can be seen beyond these eyes. And that can only happen when you're awakened spiritually. I hope we are fine with this term. I hope you all understood it. Now, solitude. I'm not mentioning the word lonely because you can be in a room full of people and still be lonely, right? Solitude means experiencing oneself when you're alone, by yourself, with yourself. You are not expressing or taking things from outside. You are seeking all within, right? Because everything we observe outside is all memories and it's all, what do we say? It's all a projection. But when we go inside ourselves, it is the real true self. To explore oneself in solitude, and you'll find the ecstasy, bliss, universe, everything. You might be like, what is this guy saying? You experience it for yourself and you'll know what I'm saying. All right. So now, is solitude the way? Now, okay, when you are going in this spiritual path, you'll understand that when you're vibrating in a high frequency, you'll start to understand or feel or experience that many people which you used to hang around with, which you or who you used to love, they are now not in your life anymore. You've had a breakup, maybe you don't talk with a friend anymore, you like to stay in solitude. Why is that? It's because when you start vibrating in a higher frequency, what happens is you start to lose people who resonate on the same frequency. I'm not saying those things are bad. No, you have to see it for yourself. We are here to experience and we are here to free ourselves, which we already are, right? We are already free. Now, the barrier of ego, the barrier of samsara, the barrier of this maya, lila, illusion of this world keeps us trapped. So now what we have to do is, when we start vibrating in a higher frequency, we start to lose people. Why? Is because I give you this radio example which I've given already. Now, a radio signal sends a song in a certain frequency, 98.5 megahertz, and when you resonate to that frequency, you can listen to the song very clearly. But when you start to go further away from that, or when that radio signal is not connected through the tower or that 98.5 megahertz, and you won't hear the song. You're like, it's gonna come for a while and the song is gonna go after a while. Same thing happens with people. We are all frequencies, vibration, frequencies, vibration. That is who we are. We are all frequencies, vibrations. If you know it, you know it, right? So when you resonate higher, it's like the trees. When you go higher, the higher you climb, the better the view. So the higher you vibrate, the more you'll understand and more you'll experience. And it's gonna come from the self. It's gonna come from within, that I have to stay away from people. And it's not that you have personal grudge against what will grudge, 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 We don't have this personal relationship with people. I don't have any anger to people. I just want to stay away in solitude, and you will be more connected to the nature, and you'll Google or you see YouTube or you'll read scriptures about what interests you in life, in your spiritual process. For some people it might be bhakti, some people it might be agori. There's a different path and different process. So when you understand what is your path, first of all, in spirituality you have to understand what is your process, what is your base. For me it's Advaita Vedanta, non-duality. That is what I am drawn into. I might be drawn into agori, but I have a base of that. So a similar way you have to find your, because without it you'll be like, okay, now I want to learn this. There's nothing wrong in learning about everything, but make sure that you can handle those things. I'm telling you, it's really gonna make you loony. It's really gonna mess up with your head. So that's why find a base, find what you're attracted to, and you're gonna be like, how am I gonna know what I am attracted to? You'll know it. Trust me, you'll know it. Experience. Just like when something hot comes and hits you, or like when somebody's gonna hit you, you'll know it. You'll just know. That was a bad example, but you'll know it. Trust me, you'll just know it. How do you know when you're awake and sleep? It's the same thing. So from the personal experience, yes, solitude is the way. And when you're in this solitude where you are gonna lose people you love. That is going to be the first thing. You're going to lose the thing which are attached to mostly people you love, or somebody who you thought you'll marry, or some things like that, because they don't resonate in your frequency. When you vibrate higher, you might have some karmic soul ties and other things with them, which it cleanses out once you start to vibrate in a higher state. So guys, this is what I have to say about it. Solitude is not the way. You can still be in love with people, you can still be in relationship with people, you can still love people, and you can still have a spiritual awakening. Mind me when I say love is the key. Whether it's Kundalini awakening, whether it's everything, if you have to step up higher, it is the only way. And what you have to understand is that authenticity is the key. You have to be authentic. You have to be true to yourself. And when you combine your authenticity with purest form of love, and that is when you will experience the pure ecstasy of life or spiritual awakening. And mind you, have a guru. Guru need not always be a physical person. It might even be an animal, right? This is an amazing thing. Guru is something or an experience which teaches you how to evolve, right? So when in solitude, you learn a lot of things. When in solitude, you'll start to observe the birds, the nature, and it's going to teach you a lot of things. You'll start to be around the nature, or if you like going to the forest, barefoot, grounding. You'll understand, you'll experience different things, which is beyond what I'm trying to say. You'll understand it for yourself. When you observe a bird eating, or a bird singing, or just like water flowing, the sound in solitude, you'll experience it for yourself. You'll know everything. You'll resonate in this frequency of universe. Ding! You'll resonate in the same frequency. And that can only happen through when you're in solitude. But if there is someone you love, which you resonate in, and if you are with someone, it did not be your partner, just a friend or an animal, where you resonate in same frequency, then the process becomes twice faster. It's like when two people are working on the same thing, it becomes easier and faster, right? It's the same thing. But first of all, rather going with someone else, rather seeking or resonating with other people, know yourself, know in which frequency you vibrate. I'm not saying you vibrate in 432 hertz or 528 hertz, something like that. Know it, know what you like, know what you love, know who you are, and then go loving someone else, go finding someone else, and then only go resonating with their frequency, and make a garden out of it. Okay, make a garden, literally make a garden out of it. Make love, create babies with the one you love and with the one you resonate. Just fall in love. And it can only happen through solitude. Spiritual awakening, like I said, need not always be flying, levitating, or seeing someone's future, or knowing what's going to happen, or talking to spirits. No, those are other siddhis. Spiritual awakening means knowing oneself and spreading love to the whole world. That is the true meaning of it. There's nothing more than it. Love, love, and only love. And it can only happen once you know your true self, once you know yourself. And that can only happen when you're in solitude. Right? And when you experience, that can only happen through solitude. That can only happen when you express and take in love. That can only happen when you're ready and when you're authentic. And that can only happen when you learn to let go of things. Detachment. So I hope you've understood about this, and we'll talk about different things. Take care of your mental health, and Aham Brahmasmi.